Anime and manga enjoyers, how are you? Today we're bridging two incredible worlds, Kingdom and One Piece. At first glance, they couldn't be more different. One is a grand tale of conquest in ancient China, while the other is a high seas adventure full of devil fruits and dreams. But if you look a little closer, you'll find characters who share strikingly similar ambitions, struggles, philosophies. So in this video, let's talk about them.
Stay with me, you can find out. Shawty bad, but I don't need her right now. Out she busy cooking in my hideout. She a girl, but she chilling with me somehow. Nah, stick with me, you can find out. Make up.
Let's begin with the two figures at the center of it all, Shin from Kingdom and Luffy from One Piece. These two are the ones driving the action forward and inspiring those around them. Shin's dreams of becoming a great general of the heavens and Luffy's goals of becoming a pirate king are the engines of their respective tales. But what truly sets them apart isn't just their ambition, it's their loyalty, their headstrong natures, and their incredible ability to inspire those around them. Beyond their ambitions and fearless leadership, Shin and Luffy share another key trait. They're both simpletons. Neither is a strategist by any nature, often charging head first into any situation without even thinking about the consequences. But what they lack in cunning, they make up for in sheer willpower and instinct. That's what makes them not just capable fighters, but also natural leaders. They may not plan out every move, but when the battle starts, they're always at the forefront, cutting down enemies and leading the charge. Their raw strength and determination inspires those around them, drawing allies to their side at any time. And it's not just about their strength though. People love them for who they are. Whether it's Shin soldiers in the Hishin unit or the Straw Hats from the Straw Hat crew standing by Luffy and Shin, both have this inbuilt bonds with those around them, and their followers would willingly risk everything for them. That kind of loyalty is what they command. And after seeing how these two leaders inspire, it's natural to wonder about the figures who paved the way for them. Let's step back in time and look at the legends of the Golden Era, the ones before, the ones who shaped their worlds. Oki and Whitebeard weren't just warriors, they are the pillars of their respective eras. Oki's commanding presence on the battlefield as one of Chin's six great generals, the monstrous Bard of Chin, and Whitebeard's reign as the world's strongest pirate cements them as figures who inspire awe and respect. They are not just powerful, they represent ideals that the next generation strives to embody. They were the foundation of their generations. Their presence alone could shift the tides of any battlefield, and their names commanded respect across all the lands and seas. They stood as towering figures of the past, pillars of an era that the new generation could only hope to reach. For Shin and Luffy, surpassing them isn't just a goal, it's a necessity. Oki and Whitebeard set the bar quite high, proving what true strength and leadership really looked like. Their legacies serve as both an inspiration and a challenge, pushing those who follow to rise even higher. And then, when their times finally came, they didn't fall like any ordinary men. Oki, still upright on his horse, passing on his glaive to Shin, as if entrusting him with the future, and Whitebeard refusing to kneel, even in death, after taking an ungodly amount of damage. Just look at this. The damage this monster took in his final battle. His body never once betrayed his strength. Their deaths weren't just the end of their stories, they were turning points that signaled the rise of a new generation. With their departure, their world changed. Rebuk cemented himself as one of the most formidable generals in all of China, while Blackbeard seized his moment to rise as an emperor of the seas. The old legends may have fallen, but in their wake new titans emerged and ready to carve their own path. Now, after looking at this, let's talk about the comparison that sparked this whole idea. Rebuk and Shanks seem like an unusual pair to compare, but they share fascinating connections as guardians of balance. Rebuk's efforts to maintain the fractured system of the seven warring states mirrors Shanks' quiet interventions to keep the seas from falling into complete chaos. Yet both act with their own agendas in mind. Rebuk's coalition army against Qin wasn't just about preserving balance, it was about protecting his own position and ideals. Similarly, Shanks ending the Paramount War wasn't only about stopping the bloodshed, it was also a strategic move to keep Blackbeard's chaos in check. Well, this feels almost like a far-fetched comparison, but stay with me for a moment. For the longest time in the One Piece community, we have long speculated that Shanks might be a rat who schemes and has some influence within the world government, leveraging his influence to keep tabs on individuals like Blackbeard, and most recently introduced in the manga, Loki, Prince of Elbaf. Maintaining the balance, avoiding chaos from breaking out, you'd even make a case of how Shanks stole the Gomu Gomu no Mi to maintain the balance between the government and the pirates. Similarly, you can look at Rebuk and see how he tries to maintain peace in his own way within the warring states by proposing alliances with all seven states, trying to maintain his history for the sake of these seven kingdoms while fostering a temporary peace, or how he simply just dedicates himself to destroying Sei's dreams of unifying China. All this gives me the perception that these characters are figures that fight to keep the balance within their worlds. Now, from looking at these characters who are balance keepers, let's shift to characters who thrive in chaos. Kanki and Doflamingo, two men who carve their own path through cunning, brutality, and unshakable beliefs in their way of life. They are predators in the world they see as inherently corrupt, and they make no apologies for the way they navigate it. Both command armies that are feared rather than loved, yet their subordinates follow them without question. Not out of loyalty in the traditional sense, but because they trust in their strength and ability to win. Kanki's men know that as long as they fight under him, they will survive and reap the rewards of his twisted genius. Doflamingo's family isn't just an organization, it's a dynasty of criminals who would rather die than betray him, because they know what happens to those who cross him. Neither of them tolerates betrayal, and both rule with an iron grip. And what truly makes them stand out is their warped perception of the world. They see society's rules as nothing more than illusions, tools used by power to control the weak. And the difference is that they refuse to be on the losing end of the equation. Kanki mocks the idea of honor in war, using deception and psychological warfare to crush his enemies. Doflamingo, shaped by the cruelty of the world, became its embodiment, pulling the strings of fate itself to ensure he always comes out on top. And yet, for some reasons, fans will always love them. Maybe it's their unflinching confidence, their charisma, or their sheer audacity. But for all their cunning and cruelty, they're not the only ones who understand how to wield power. Some take a different route, one of patience, calculation, and a long game that brings us to Blackbeard and Ruffy are the ultimate schemers. Men who see the bigger picture and manipulate it to fit their grand ambitions. Both believing in fate, but rather than waiting for destiny to favor them, they gamble on their own ability to shape the world around them. Ruffy's rise from a simple merchant to the most powerful politician in all of Qin is nothing short of extraordinary. He understood that power wasn't just about brute strength. It was about control through wealth, strategic alliances, political maneuvering. He climbed the ranks until he became the Chancellor of Qin, second only to the king himself. Every move he made was calculated, using money as his greatest weapon. Blackbeard too played the long game for nearly 20 years, hid in the shadows of Whitebeard's crew, waiting for the perfect opportunity. He finally struck when he killed Thatch and stole the Yami Yami no Mi from him, setting himself as a powerhouse within the story. Then at Marineford, he seized another opportunity, stealing Whitebeard's devil fruit and demonstrating his terrifying new strength. But it wasn't until the payback war later on where he crushed the remnants of the Whitebeard pirates and officially cemented himself as one of the 4 emperors of the sea. Like Rofui, he didn't charge headfirst into battle. He let others do the fighting while he reaps the rewards. Their patience is what sets them apart from the ordinary villains. They don't rush ambition, they build towards it, manipulating the chaos around them to their advantage. Blackbeard's dreams of becoming the Pirate King, or even perhaps King of the world, while Rufui sought out to unify all of China under his rule, were all done in such a cunning and clever way that no ordinary antagonist would think of. In a way, they are a twisted reflection of Luffy and Ace, aiming for the same heights but taking entirely different roads. So why compare these characters? What's the point of looking at Kanki and Doflamingo, or Rofui and Blackbeard, and saying they are alike? Well, it's because Kingdom and One Piece, despite being vastly different on the surface, they share a core strength that is quite similar: their ability to create unforgettable characters. These stories are driven by individuals who don't just exist within their worlds, they shape them. Shin and Luffy pushing forward with their unwavering determination, pulling others along in their wake. Figures like Oki and Whitebeard inspiring generations to come. For fans of One Piece, Kingdom offers the same depth of characters, same thrilling rise of ambition, and the same moments that make you sit back and think, wow, this is something truly special. And for fans of Kingdom alike, One Piece will take you on a journey where the stakes are just as high, the characters just as rich, and the battles just as unforgettable. If you've only experienced one of these masterpieces, I urge you to step into the other. The scale might be daunting at first, but after hundreds of chapters and countless arcs, the reward is very worthwhile. These are stories that stay with you long after the final page or episode. So as I wrap up, alright, if you made it this far into the video, I want to thank you for always staying in tune, watching till the end. It really motivates me, it keeps me going, and I look forward to seeing you in my future projects. And if you feel like it, you could check out my older projects, which I'll link here on the screen. And with that, have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one. All right.